Joker fans have been getting a heavy dose of the Clown Prince of Crime lately, with a new look for Jeremiah in Gotham and a new trailer dropping for Jaoquin Phoenix's Joker film. We're getting two very different interpretations of Batman's greatest foe. Now, this is not an episode trying to decipher which portrayal is the best, as that's an episode of Judge of Character, one which I've already done. But instead, this is going to be a video looking at some of the reasons why the Joker is just so up for interpretation. Because today, Dave knows 5 reasons why the Joker gets interpreted in so many different ways. There are several factors that go into the flexible portrayal of the Joker, first of which is, well, censorship. Throughout the years, from the Silver Age to children's cartoons, the Joker has gone through many media restrictions, and while he's not alone in this, not even in the world of Batman, he does have several specific parts of his shtick that don't exactly translate very easily through a PG filter. For example, characters like Batman are easier to make more kid-friendly, since he has his one rule and is of course a good guy. But the Joker, on the other hand, is known for amassing quite the body count, and unlike villains who can more easily adapt their attacks to be more juvenile in nature, like Mr. Freeze's freeze ray only temporarily freezing people, or Poison Ivy's kiss simply enslaving her victims instead of killing them, the Joker's gruesome laughing gas, even when it's said to be non-lethal, isn't exactly any less terrifying. Like any character that has been around for a long time in comics, it's fair to say that the Joker has gone through his fair share of changes. Lex Luthor used to have hair, Superman wasn't always able to fly, and everyone just pretends that Captain America wasn't doing anything at all in the 1950s. Much of Joker's changes just happened because, well, like any other character who endures through decades, he simply had to change with the times. The gimmick of a clown lends itself to all different kinds of variation. After all, comedy itself is very subjective in nature. What's funny to one person isn't necessarily funny to another. So while a penguin is always a penguin and a riddle is always a riddle, what qualifies as a joke all depends on who's listening and who's telling it. And when we twist humor around to make it villainous, there are many different avenues to take. We need to know what exactly is corrupting this normally positive emotion. Is it fear? Is it anger? Is it poor taste? All of these are correct add-ons to turn the Joker from being a funny clown into being a horrifying one. So while the Scarecrow's use of fear and Catwoman's cat burglary are self-explanatory as bad guy traits, making comedy evil is way more complex and therefore more susceptible for reimagination. When it comes to mental illness, no matter how much we think we know about the subject, it usually turns out that we still have a whole lot left to learn. And since our interpretations of mental illness are continuously being redefined, it should be no surprise that the exact same pattern happens when getting transferred to the big screen. Now, Hollywood has always struggled with portraying mental illness on screen, especially when it comes to being accurate about it. And since writing a story about a mentally disturbed character does not require a psychology degree of any kind, it's no surprise that people write what they think sounds good, rather than writing facts. And as a result, the Joker gets written in all sorts of ways, since he has no benchmark to ground them and to unify different interpretations. Finally, let's point out that the Joker is a very mysterious and sought-after character. His vague past lends himself to all kinds of different takes from different people, and the allure of writing what makes him work draws in even outsiders to the world of comic books, probably more so than any other character. Now, we know that outsiders who are not familiar with comic book continuity tend to take the biggest liberties and make the most radical decisions, straying from the source material. And so, with more people taking the character in different directions, the more it invites others to do the exact same. Well, there you have it, 5 reasons why the Joker gets interpreted in so many different ways. But what are some of your favorite interpretations, and why do you think there is such an allure behind writing the Clown Prince of Crime? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe right here to Dave Knows Comics. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, Dave knows.